Governor Brown in 2015 paroled Mr. James Schoenfeld. He was convicted of kidnapping 26 kids, juveniles, and burying them alive. Were you with Governor Brown then? Judge?
I left in 2015, so I'm unsure of the time period in which that occurred.
This happened in 2015.
That name is not familiar to me. What I can say is those decisions
Do
are...
you remember the case?
I do not.
Today, I'm diving into a jaw-dropping exchange between Senator John Kennedy and Judge DeAndre Coggins during a Senate hearing. Picture this, a federal judge nominee on the stand, confronted by a senator with a sharp line of questioning. The case in question? The 1976 kidnapping of 26 children buried alive. If that doesn't have you at the edge of your seat, wait until you hear this. Senator Kennedy doesn't hold back as he presses Judge Coggins, and the responses will leave you wondering, does everyone truly understand the gravity of this horrifying crime? Buckle up for an intense discussion on public safety, judgment, and the chilling reality of what it means to make life-altering decisions on parole.
Judge Coggins, you used to work for Governor Jerry Brown,
That is correct, Senator.
and I believe you advised him on issues regarding parole.
As the governor under the California Constitution, when the parole board recommends that a inmate be paroled, that matter then comes before the governor to determine whether he's going to reverse that recommendation.
Did you advise him on parole?
I was not advising him. What I provided was a background, all background information. So the nature and circumstances of the particular case that was before us. I was looking at the correctional file. In addition, I was reviewing.
Do you remember a parolee named James Schoenfeld?
I don't, Senator.
Okay. You talked a lot about, as did you all appropriately, about juveniles in your testimony. Governor Brown in 2015 paroled Mr. James Schoenfeld. He was convicted of kidnapping 26 kids, juveniles, and burying them alive. Were you with Governor Brown then? Judge?
I left in 2015, so I'm unsure of the time period in which that occurred.
This happened in 2015.
That name is not familiar to me. What I can say is those decisions
Do you
are...
remember the case?
I do not.
Okay. When it happened, it got a lot of publicity in California. Did you call Judge Brown or Governor Brown and say, Governor, I love you, but what planet did you just parachute in from? Why have you done this?
I did not.
Do you agree with this decision?
I would need to look at the file. I don't know the context. I don't know the background, the insight. And the decision that Governor Brown would make is whether the parolee poses an unreasonable risk to the safety of the community. And
Do you think kidnapping 26 juveniles and burying them alive presents a risk to the community?
I certainly believe that if that individual is convicted of those crimes, which it sounds like he would be a risk to the community.
But you don't have an opinion about whether Governor Brown did the right thing?
Again, Senator, I would have to be able to look at the complete file and all of the considerations required of the governor, who ultimately makes the decision.
So he might have done the right thing, in your opinion?
I would want to look at the complete file in order to make an assessment.
All right, Judge.
James Schoenfeld was one of the men responsible for the 1976 kidnapping of 26 schoolchildren in California. Schoenfeld and his accomplices kidnapped these kids, buried them alive, and left them underground. Fortunately, the children managed to escape, but the trauma and terror of that incident shook the entire state and the country. Now Kennedy takes it one step further and asks if Judge Coggins ever challenged Governor Brown's decision to release Schoenfeld. Her response leaves Kennedy, and likely many watching, in disbelief. Here's a nominee for federal judge who may one day have to make serious decisions about the safety of the public yet he's hesitant to directly condemn an act as horrifying as burying children alive. The question we're left with is, how important is it for someone in such a position to have a clear sense of moral judgment? As we wrap up, this exchange between Kennedy and Coggins brings up an essential question. How can we ensure our leaders in the justice system prioritize public safety over bureaucratic procedures? When someone convicted of kidnapping and burying children alive is considered for parole, there's a larger question about judgment, risk, and accountability. This isn't just about one judge or one senator, it's about how we, as a society, decide who we trust to protect us. The gravity of these cases can't be understated, and this exchange reminds us that the power to make these life-altering decisions should lie with those who can recognize real danger and act on it. Thanks for watching, everyone. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Do you think Kennedy's questioning was fair? And should there be more accountability for those who advise on parole? This debate isn't just about one case, it's about keeping our community safe and ensuring the justice system works for everyone. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to subscribe for more. See you in the next video.